Hi Flosstube, this is Ellen and this is Maximum Cross Stitch Power Hour. It's going to be maximum, it's going to be cross stitch, but it will really not be an hour. I am coming to you from Ryan's mom's house in Selkirk, Manitoba. I flew to Selkirk to shelter in place with my mother, who has to go to a bunch of appointments this month, a lot of appointments, and needs someone to go with her. But of course, because I flew here, I have to quarantine for 14 days before I can be of any use to her at all. So Ryan's mom very generously allowed me to stay in her house while she is away for a little bit. And yeah, so I'm basically living in the lap of luxury, but all alone. It's very lonely. But still, I'm very fortunate to have such a lovely place to quarantine in. So, I was going to say, what have I been up to? But basically, I have been all by myself in Ryan's mom's house. All by myself, drinking tea. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, so here I am quarantined, and but I did bring with me an entire suitcase of cross stitch just in case I would ever run out, because I probably will be here for at least 8 weeks, maybe a bit longer. So I needed to bring it all, right? Right. So let's start with some works in progress, shall we? And I haven't prepared by taking things out of Q-snaps or anything like that, because these are crazy days, and we all have to just make a few allowances for each other and be patient with each other, and don't touch our faces. Those are the main rules I hear. Anyway, so I've been working on descending order, the long dog sampler. It's a long one, long and lean. Can you see that? I don't know if it's focusing or not. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. Here's what I've got so far. Oh, look. Da, 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 da. So I'm almost done that last little band there. Well, it's not the last band. But when I am done, I'm going to move on to a different project, because I've been working on this one for about 5 days solid. And I believe that about here is the halfway mark. So I'm well into the final stretch of this beautiful piece. And I'm enjoying it. It does take a little bit more mental work than some of the other ones that I brought with me. There's more counting and color changes and stuff like that. I'm doing this 1/2 because I belong to the 1/2 crew. Patent pending. I like the look of 1/2, even though it looks sparse. And I've got my threads on this. Okay, so that's long dog's descending order. What else did I bring, do you ask? Let me tell you. I brought my Elizabeth, which I don't think I've made any progress since the last time I showed this, because I had put it away to start on something else. But I'll show you anyway, because it's fun. Sorry, no iron. I'm not about to go look through Ryan's mom's house for an iron. So yeah, maybe I'll go back to this one, although I'm kind of itching to go on to something else. Yep, so no progress since last time. Still love it. Can't wait to finish it. Don't know what I'll do with it. Yeah, I'm using some of the called for DMCs and some of my own things from my stash, what I don't know what they are, because I didn't write it down. This piece, the Marjorie Massey Quaker Street, is another one. This is comfort stitching. It does require a little bit of mental energy, because you have to count to where you're not going to stitch as opposed to where you are going to stitch in these areas down here. But once you got that figured out, it's just straight old stitching. I did get a little bit of progress done on this since I last saw you. Is that right? Yeah. So I've got a big chunk of that dark part in the bottom done. So working away on that. I love working on this. This is comfort stitching. This is one color, all very easy. And I love this linen. This is Pie Crust by Graham Cracker linen dyeing. That's Kitten Stitcher's son. So yeah, I've been working away on that. Kind of want to drag that one out again after I finish that section on the long dog, but I might have to give something else some love that hasn't seen it for a long time. Next, oh, I haven't done anything on these. Should I bother showing? Yeah, why not, right? We're here. Okay, that's not it. Here is the Marjorie Massey freebie from Kitten Stitcher. I've made no progress. I saw someone on Instagram, and I know who it is, and she's lovely, and she's finished it, and it looks really sweet. And the colors that she has is similar to mine, although it's a different brand. But yeah, this will just take a day of dedicated stitching to get done. And that's that. Oh, here's my grandmother's tea cozy. No progress on this one. Maybe I'll work on this one. It seems pretty easy. Not many colors. But I like it. Pretty colors. And I think that is it for my works in progress. I don't have any finishes to show you or fully finished objects because, well, they're back in Toronto. I'll see if I can post some pictures in here. I've fully finished His Eyes on the Sparrow and Jane Massey, 1857. So I will insert photos of those here. So knowing full well that I was going to be here for a long time, I decided that I should bring a lot of stuff just in case I ended up staying for, forever. So if you're asking me, did I bring all of my threads? Yes, I brought all of my threads, all of them, not my DMCs, just my fancies in here. In this gorgeous bag. By the Knit's Best Thing, Dawn, Caroline's friend. The Knit's Best Thing. Look at this bag, look at this fabric. Be amazed. I am. Anyway, all my overdyed flosses in here. All the linens. So many linens, just in case. And a bunch of patterns. So I'll show you. I kitted up the Glorious Sampler because that's the next thing I would like to start. Well, one of the next things I'd like to start. So this is it, what it looks like. Can you see that okay? By Chlorami. It is glorious. And I'm going to do it as a red sampler because law. And I'm going to do it on this linen, which is, it's a type of linen that has a name that I hope is on here. I think it's like 36 Fog or something. Does that look right? I don't know, but it's a big old chunk and it's kind of gorgeous. Marbled gray and cream. And I think it'll be really nice with the bright red letters of the Glorious Sampler. And I will be stitching that in Schoolhouse Red. This looks a little bluer than it is in real life, but yeah, I think that'll work out nicely. What else did I bring? I brought, because, you know, in case I'm here for 40 years, I brought Dutch Beauty by Permanent of Copenhagen. And I have the DMC, but probably not all of the DMC, but enough to get a start on it. And I don't have specific linen, but I'm sure there's stuff in this great pile of linen that I could use. But this would be another delightful big start, if I so chose. I also brought, I brought these Prairie Schooler Santas, just for something small, in case I didn't want to start something big. And I have the linen in one of these bags, and I have the DMC to, you know, at least do one or two. But I really want to do the balloon one. I think that's fun. And maybe the choo-choo train. The boat's nice too. Ooh, that one's good too. But that's a truck. That's the choo-choo train. Choo-choo train, because I'm 4. Okay, and what else? I brought the La-Di-Da Ooh La La by Blackbird Designs book. Mostly just to look at, because I don't know if I have all the floss or not, but it's just to look at the pretty things in these times when I might need solace. This is nice too. Eleanor Lansaigne, Eleanor Lansaigne, 1887, Reflet de Soir. Because I'm French. I'm sorry, French people, I can't. I speak Diefenbaker French. And that's pretty gorgeous too. And I do have a couple of other ones on my iPad, you know, downloaded from Etsy. Just a matter of getting the flosses if I need. And lastly, I brought this. And though I didn't bring the DMC for it, I'm hoping that would be something that would be easy enough to get here in Manitoba. Hopefully. But just this border is just, I'm bringing it in. Look at this border. Birds, flowers, all sorts of stuff. Yeah, I really love this one. What's it called? Heaven is My Hope. So that's another possibility. And the last one I brought, yes, this is the last one, is one that I am starting in a few days, actually. This is Jeanette Douglas Vintage Birds. I'm doing this as a birthday sal with Stitch in May. We start that on April 1st. So I'm looking forward to that. I've got the threads and the linen are all in here, and I'm ready to go. So that's what I've got cooked up here, just in case, you know, that I'll be here for a long time, which it's not really so much a just in case, because I am going to be here for a while. Look, I'm sipping out of Ryan's mom's mug that Ryan gave to her, and these are all pictures of Ryan's cat, Stanley. They don't dote on Stanley at all. Look at this. Anyway, I miss my cats. It's only been 3 days and I miss my cats like hell. I guess, wife of the week. My wife of the week is someone who, I haven't actually watched a lot of her floss tubes, a couple. I'm just sort of getting caught up in them now, but I am mostly just entranced by her voice. She's got the perfect voice for reading Beatrix Potter novels, like Harry Potter and the Tales of Miss Pigglesworth, or whatever those Beatrix Potter's books are. She lives in England, and she has 8 cats. And she does a lot of Instagram stories of her cats just walking around, and I love watching that. Of course, I'm talking about Kitty Stitcher. So Kitty Stitcher, you're my wife of the week. Thank you so much for brightening my day with your cat videos and your sweet voice and your lovely stitching. So I tip that's empty, my cat mug to Kitty Stitcher, my wife. My bit on the side this week is someone named Jay Ryan. Jay Ryan. I actually don't know your first name, Jay Ryan, and maybe you want it that way. Maybe that's why you're my bit on the side, is because you're just a little bit mysterious. Although you did already say that we are best friends, which kind of takes the mystery down because, you know, best friends should know everything about each other. I've got a mole thing on the top of my head that I'm constantly afraid is going to like blossom into brain cancer. Probably already has. You can judge by the way that I talk. Yeah, so Jay Ryan, you are my wife. You're not my wife of the week. Kitty Stitch is my wife of the week. You're my bit in the side. Mwah. And that, my friends, I think is that. Yeah, there's not much to say because hasn't been much to do. And I think we're all just doing our best. And yeah, I'm pretty bored here all by myself. Luckily, Ryan and Megan and my mom and I, we have video chats several times a day, and that sort of keeps me connected to people, because otherwise, man, this would be bleak. If it wasn't for technology, I would be feeling pretty grim right now. And this is only day 3. I've got another 11 at least to go. All right, kittens, thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for putting up with me. And I'll catch up with you later. Rock on.